have a very simple joke, because we have 4 pitches, but these are different projects. And the joke is from the students, from the schooling time, when one brother gives an essay about the dog, and the teacher now calls him and says, the essay is very, very nice, but it's word to word, one to one, as your brother's essay. How can you explain it? Oh, teacher, you don't understand. This is exactly the same dog. Thank you, the dog, for opening Demola, Latvia kitchens in the nice world sound. So my name is Reinis. It was a big honor to be the previous year also a part in the jury, and it was a long thinking which pitches are the best, because all are the best. So, but I'm very happy now to announce the 3rd graduation session for Demola, Latvia students, partners and facilitators. Shall we start with an opening words from our big friend, who is initiator from the very beginning, and this is Ministry of Economics of Republic of Latvia, and this is Innovation Department. And as it is summertime, our big friend Martin Jansson is alone in his own department and he cannot go out. But this is 21st century, so we will use a little bit of technologies to have his greeting. Please welcome Martin Jansson, Ministry of Economics.
Dear Demola graduates, guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Ministry of Economics of the Republic of Latvia, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Demola Latvia final pitch and graduation party. Dear students, you must be very proud of yourselves, as I am proud of you. This is your day. Being here today, you confirm the importance you attach to the development of new, innovative solutions and products, and your generation's interest in being part of this is of utmost importance. I guess all of you have probably heard the saying, to shoot 2 rabbits with 1 shot. Also, I don't want and do not invite you to shoot anyone. I'm convinced that this saying is applicable to Demola even more. In fact, with Demola you can get more than 2 rabbits. So let's count it up. Firstly, Demola is about getting real-life, practical experience of working in a multidisciplinary product or service development team. Secondly, it's a great opportunity to prove yourself outside of the academic framework and to get some internship credits from your universities. Thirdly, it's a real-life chance to work with the major enterprises, field experts, and advisors. Firstly, it's about contacts and opportunities to meet your future employer and to become a part of Demola network. Fifthly, with the Demola experience, you are much closer than others to becoming an entrepreneur yourself. Sixthly, and this is also very important, after Demola, you will definitely be at least a couple of friends richer. Moreover, I'm pretty sure that Demola has equipped you with a set of new skills such as critical thinking, creativity, communication skills, and leadership. I welcome the Demola initiative in Latvia as a very good complement to other initiatives aimed at promoting development of new products, technologies, services, and even a springboard for future startups and spin-offs. The Ministry of Economics is implementing and will continue to implement policies to promote innovation in the private sector. Our main goal is to facilitate the creation and development of new, viable, and competitive businesses. That's why we support expansion of the Demola network also in Latvia. Dear friends, I have no doubt that Demola Latvia faces a big challenge to fulfill its ambitious goal to generate 100 new innovative ideas by our country's 100th birthday in November 2018. However, I also have no doubt that you are up to the task. I hope that you enjoy this event, and I look forward to seeing the outcomes from this final pitch. See you!
So for those of you who
don't know too much about Tech Hub Riga, let me give you the very short version. A few years ago, some entrepreneurs and myself, four of us, were working with a bunch of startups. We've all been working in our own startups, and we were, one of us and a stars started open coffee club meetups, and they became bigger than the bars actually they were held in, and we decided there was something permanent needed, and set up a non-profit, Tech Hub Riga. How we got the name is kind of a long story, but the short version is we just went to Tech Hub in London and said, can we open Riga? And they said, sure. And we made it happen. And so what we want to do is help startups succeed, become better, faster. Our focus in here, since we offer our members largely space, Wi-Fi, and community, the focus tends to be internet software type startups. But we have a company working on new wind generation technology here as well, and lots of great talent and innovation. And so I wanted to actually mention one other thing, which is a relevant program before I forget. So we're actually starting a new program, and Maria, who sits over there, Maria, stand up. She was in the paper today, Diane's Business, about startuppreneurs, which is actually an EU-funded program. It's like Erasmus for startups, for students to go and have a startup experience in some other country. And so we will be recruiting students to go to startups elsewhere, and our partners abroad will be recruiting students to come work in startups in Latvia. So if you want more information, talk to Maria over there. But that's the kind of thing we're trying to do to help get more innovation and get the students involved in startups as early as possible. So let me sort of, since this is a graduation speech, I guess I need to give some advice, right? So in terms of advice, I think I was thinking back to a few things that decisions I've made in the past, which have been on reflection interesting points, and one of them is really about taking risks and not being afraid to take risks. So let me tell you a very brief version of the story how I ended up here in Latvia in the first place. So as you can hear by my English accent, I grew up mostly in London. And started coming here in 1986 on a regular basis. And around the time I was graduating university in London, it was a pretty bad job market there. But I managed to get an offer from Barclays Bank to go and work as a student loan officer in Barclays Bank in their management development programs, a fancy career program for a bank. And that was a pretty great offer given the circumstances in the job market. But the other offer I had was a guy I met in a jazz bar in London who, through a friend, who was starting a new accounting consulting firm here in Latvia. This is 1993, when everything was still changing very rapidly. And, you know, and I thought that was kind of a lot more fun than sitting in a bank, at least at that age. And being in a standard program, because there was a lot more opportunity to do something very different. So a couple of years later, I toured pretty much every Soviet-era factory in Latvia, worked on privatization and all sorts of other very interesting stuff, because I took the decision to leave my home, go somewhere where there wasn't really a steady job, but take a risk. And the same way when I applied to business school, I applied to business schools where I really didn't think I would get in. But if you don't try and take that risk, then you won't have that opportunity. So that's maybe the first one. The second one is about trying entrepreneurship in general. So I think one of the things that's really changing in the world now, in the world of business, both in larger companies and smaller companies, is the concept of entrepreneurship has kind of a renaissance now. And the same is happening also in larger companies. So one of the big fads, and you read Harvard Business Review, every second edition has lots of stuff about corporate innovation. How do you get innovation? How do you get corporates being more entrepreneurial? So entrepreneurship is a big fad now. And it's a fad because the world of business is changing, the way people organize themselves is changing in both big companies and small companies. The opportunities that small companies have to grow fast, quickly, more than have ever been before. And that's driven by technology in terms of the internet, cloud. It's driven by globalization of payments, of communications, and networks. And so I think if we look back 15, 20 years from now, the people who had entrepreneurship in some form on their resume early on will have a better chance at succeeding in life. I think that's my statement. And entrepreneurship can come in many different forms. It doesn't necessarily mean that you quit university and go do a startup and do nothing else every day, right? So there's lots of other forms of entrepreneurship, including social entrepreneurship, so starting organizations that have a purpose, not necessarily a financial profit purpose, but have build an organization to fulfill something that may do some good in the world. But there's also opportunities within companies to take on projects, to take on special, more risky endeavors. There's opportunities to build a side business. You know, people have, you know, I mean, I know someone who works in a law firm by day, and she makes jewelry that she sells on Etsy by night, right? And so that's an entrepreneurship business, and you know, maybe it'll turn into her day job at some point, right? But there's many opportunities, and I think if you look at those, they will pay off. And the last comment, maybe a piece of advice, is sort of a Silicon Valley saying, which I don't know who's heard the saying, pay it forward. Has anyone heard the term pay it forward? I see some heads nodding. So pay it forward is a term, I believe Steve Blank might have coined it. But it's basically one of the philosophies that sort of underlies a lot of what happens in Silicon Valley. And basically the principle is very simple, is when you have the opportunity to help someone else, take that opportunity. And you don't have to wait until you've built a company and sold it for 100 million and are retiring rich before you do that, right? You can help someone today, including students can help other students, or can help school kids, mentoring as well, really at a very early age, and helping others make connections, learn something, improve themselves, and so forth. And that's a philosophy which I think permeates a lot of Silicon Valley. It's not everyone, obviously. There are people who don't do this as well, but it's one of the things that I think is this sort of secret sauce that separates some of the way Silicon Valley operates from some of the rest of the business world. So we try and have that ethos here, and one of the reasons that these people sitting at the back with their headphones on, because they don't want to hear me talk, one of the reasons they're here is that they know that someone else in this room may be able to help them, and they may be able to help that other person, whether it's one getting a contact for someone else, or whether it's someone having just read about some PayPal releasing a new API which someone else is also using, and they can give them an update and save them the time to look up the things themselves, right? So it's many little things which you can do to help each other, and that kind of philosophy I think is very important. So with that, I think I will hand it over, and thank you very much, and have a wonderful event.
All right, I will try to be very short. I see the students are very anxious to come on the stage and to have this place. This is already third time when Demola season is about to finish. And exactly a year ago, at the same date, we had the first graduation party from the first season of Demola. And that time we hosted this party at Restaurant Dars. And that was really exciting event. That was a party, that was a celebration, and we were very, very excited that we have managed to finish the first season. The next season was a learning season for all of us, for students, for facilitators, and we were learning how to improve processes, how to add more valuable content for Demola teams and for whole this idea creation process. And the second season finished at Stockholm School of Economics. This is the third season, and this time we are moving even more ahead, and we are at Tech Riga. And that might be my keywords for all students, for all facilitators. Just keep on moving, go ahead, and I wish you to go and commercialize your ideas, and to believe in your ideas. Okay, good luck.
Thank you, Rainis. That's not actually today, it's going to be a winner. All of you are winners. I'm always quite feel alone when I speak, so I always would like to keep my friend with me. Those who are participating already a third time, now what does it mean? This is actually, now it's a Demola cloned pig, idea borrowed from our dear facilitator of last year, Vita. So this is our helper, and this will be helping today also for Christina when she's going to do a timekeeping. But my story is not about that. First of all, thank you very much for all of you who are here, who would like to know what is Demola doing, what are students up to, and what's going to come out of their work. But my main points are, yes, it is kind of graduation pitch, yes, it is, but the work is not done yet. After this graduation pitch, during the next 2 weeks, our Demola students, all of them, have to meet with their partners, and they have to present their ideas to partners. So today I'm very pleased to see partners here. They will be observing all this situation. They will be listening to all of your comments and questions and to a jury and so on and so on. But today, it doesn't mean that the winner takes it all. Always winner takes it all, but another step, level winners will be those who will make a deal with a partner at the end. And as we have already very good results from previous Demola seasons, so we hope that this season also we were doing quite well. So during this evening, as I mentioned, you are very welcome to do your best to help teams to present, but also please do your best to give a feedback to them. Always in Demola we had this, not just a pig working for us, but also we have 3 colors of balls, yeah? So we always say, you don't criticize, don't say negative things. You have to say very constructive feedback, positive feedback, and customer kind of feedback, yeah? Or client feedback. Today, it's very open. You can give a feedback even without balls, as it takes time, but also you can ask questions. And this is my pleasure for our students to say that listen to the audience, and those are the first evaluators. And I also would like to say that I'm so happy to see here Demola alumni from the past seasons, and few of Demola alumni already joined this season as well. So we would like to say that it doesn't mean something, and it means that Demola is interesting. So, and we would be nothing without the partner cases. And my announcement is, please, after today, think about some companies, institutions, whom you would like to suggest to come to Demola and bring cases. This is the way how we collaborate with all others and how we are getting the partners. So we might not be ready to talk to all, I don't know how many actually companies in Latvia, but following your suggestions, we definitely will. So I hope you will enjoy this evening, and Reinis will inform you about all details, but I'm also here, and just in case something we will forget, so I will be also here and helping you. Thank you so much, and enjoy the evening.
So hello everybody, my name is Geba, and I'm facilitator from Vilnius Demola. And I imagine that today students here in Latvia are a bit nervous because just a week and a half we had graduation in Vilnius as well. So I would like just to suggest you be very brave because you are already extraordinary. You have accomplished 3 months of wonderful job. And I think that's, well, today you need just to show your creativity. So go ahead.
Hello, I'm Sanda, representing here Green Technology Incubator team, which is a place or the platform for startups in green technology field, which helps to test the business idea, find potential customers and future investors. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hear all your cases and your solutions. Good luck.
So my name is Vita, I'm an knowledge angel, and I want to say from my previous experience with Demola students, come on guys, what you doing here? You can do much, much more. Just start to believe real in yourself. You're not students anymore. In Demola, you're real entrepreneurs. And if you believe that you can make money with your brains, with your intellectual potential, you can really do it. And if you think business is not for me, it's just like a student case, it's nice to be here and to have some new contacts. Truly, believe me, 2 months ago I said business is not for me. I feel very good in social sector and I don't feel that I'm able to be with my legs in business. But during this month, what happens, I'm jumping in the business. I don't believe in my eyes, but I'm jumping in the business. So and it's not so hard as sometimes it looks like. So don't sit here after Demola, just go and do and really fulfill yourself. Thank you.
Good evening. As Vita mentioned, so you're not students anymore, you have to go and do. But, well, there are plenty of possibilities and mentors and people who would like to help you. And we at Riga Technical University, we can help you in your journey towards entrepreneurial activities. We are running a Latin Norwegian MBA program, Innovation and Entrepreneurship. If somebody is interested, you can join us. And during the break, you can ask me about the program. I'm really happy that I'm able to work with people who are full of innovation and who would like to change their lives and become innovators and become entrepreneurs. And this particular place is very interesting because, as Andres already mentioned, they're here not long time ago, and some year or a bit longer time ago, Andres, we had chat with Andres regarding where should Tech Hub move, and one of the possibilities was that Riga Technical University might be a place where Tech Hub should move, but we didn't find appropriate facilities for Tech Hub, and Tech Hub moved here. And today I got information that Demola is moving here as well. So maybe some part of Riga Technical University should move here as well. Okay, good luck.
Hi, I'm Arturs. On a daily basis I work as a project manager for Deloitte. So many of you probably heard of it. But what we actually do the same thing that you guys just did. We go ahead with the companies, we find performance issues, efficiency issues, and other problems that they cannot solve on their own, and we help them to develop the solutions to help them with the corporate innovation. As my other hat, I have been working for a startup accelerator in Silicon Valley. So I've been to tons of events like this in US, and I can tell you that there's nothing different about the people there. They have the same ideas, same sparkling eyes, so I hope that one day you will also get a chance to go there and do something big that the world will recognize. And this is a good start, so good luck.